Want some of that? You leeches are killing. Killing's all you deserve! Let's pin it down! Die, beast! 我只想。
"29 Pretty Orchard Street. This is it. What's in there for me? There's been a fight here. This window was shattered with violent force. Someone's been pulled through it and dragged through the street. Who could have done that? Where does this blood trail lead? It's locked, all right.
Stay away! See them fancy... Oh yeah! This way them dirty!
Being baited by leeches playing a nasty game.
Leech!
Her shoes and clothes are quite worn out. The marks on this woman's neck were made by the fangs of a vampire. This is the very flower my mother tossed on Mary's coffin. Someone is targeting my family. Only a golden watch in her pockets.
I see you.
Right then. It's a sick game. But given no choice in the matter, I might as well win it. I can't believe I'm doing this.
Jonathan.
What was that? I won't let you escape. You're very fast, but I'll catch you.
Christ! He's dead! We have to stop it!
They've all been butchered. can still sense a presence.
Who are you? What do you want? Somebody help! Who are you? What do you want?
Are you all right, miss?
I don't know. Who were those people? They want...
They've lost their minds in the epidemic.
You seem to know a lot about them, sir. I am Xiaoxun. Thank you so much for helping me, Mr. Reed. I must go to the cemetery now. Goodbye.
Carnage. Is Father Whitaker's disciple among the bodies, I wonder? This man's far too old to be Samuel. No. By the look of his clothes, this man's a docker. Samuel isn't here. I had better follow the blood trail.
Come to me.
In the name of Christ, someone help me!
You! What have you done?
Vicar Larrabee. What happened?
Demon! Hell scourge! Son of perdition!
Vicar! Jonathan's no demon. He's just a soul. Returned from the dead. Like your Christ, Vicar.
Mary. Is it really you?
Oh, it's me, all right. Precious brother.
What is Mother doing here?
I'm gathering the family for a final reunion. All smiling, all dead. Thanks to the good Dr. Reed.
Mary.
Mother, say hello to your son.
Hello, Jonathan.
Mother,
What do we have here, Mother? The prodigal son has lost his tongue. Our Jonathan always had the first and last word at dinner. The entertainer, the star of our show.
I'm sorry. Let me explain.
Shut up. It's my turn to do the talking. I have this nasty hole in my chest, Johnny. It needs to breathe.
Of course. You can speak.
My prayers went so long without an answer. My husband, killed in France. My child, carried away by the flu. My brother promising to return in his letters, then disappearing in thin air. I went from hospital to hospital. Cemetery to cemetery. Grave to grave. I've lifted every stone in London, searching for an end to the nightmare. And there you were. In front of me. On a dark pier.
The hunger had taken me.
The joy to have finally found you. I longed for your arms, a final happy ending to so much tragedy, to tell me all would be well again, as you did when we were children. It was this filthy dock where you greeted your sister. I dug a tunnel from my grave with my fingers and teeth.
Mary. I thought I had murdered you. I tried to end myself. We've been through the same horror.
We are a disease, Jonathan. A sickness that corrupts all it touches. All we kiss, and all we kill. Look at me. Admire your ilk.
I'm so sorry.
Apologies will not suffice. I demand reparation. I want a miracle. Are you a miracle worker, Dr. Reed? No? I'll show you mine then. The family Reed, reunited and complete, living forever in a red sea of eternal love. Time to go, Mother. Say hello to my son for me.
Mary, wait. I have made friends with vital knowledge. Vampires. We are not alone, Mary. With time, we can learn to live almost as we lived before.
How long?
What?
How long will this masquerade continue? I've been watching you. All these nights in Whitechapel, pretending you're still a doctor. You believe you're just fighting a disease. But it's you, the disease. Jonathan, you!
I'm a scientist. I'll find a solution. Let our mother go, please.
You're always the one to sway me to reason, Jonathan. But before, your motivations were always pure. Now you're tainted.
Let her go! She has no part to play in this.
Very well. Have you heard our good doctor? You can go home, Mother. Go home and rest in peace.
Yes, I'll go home and rest.
It's so easy to make them obey or forget. Puppets for our pleasure. I've seen you have your fun.
You are mad.
So that's what I am, Doctor. Mad. I was beginning to wonder. I've been hearing these voices in my head. One in particular, that of my dead brother. This is the reason I must kill you. Not for your betrayal. Not for our poisonous kiss. Not even for the lies you tell yourself. No. It's so that smooth and wicked voice will stop ringing in my ear.
Mary. No, don't!
Time to die, brother. And this time for good. Assassin! Rest in peace, monster. You killed me, brother! Kinslayer! Then kill. Revel in your true nature. You left me to rot in this grave. You've burned away Nurse Crane's mind. You're a monster! Abomination! Come to me, Jonathan. Kinslayer! Burned away Nurse Crane's mind. You're a monster! Rest in peace, monster. You left me to rot in this grave! Kiss me again, sweet brother. You killed me, brother! Give me your blood, priest. Their final thoughts are just to die for. What have you done, Kinslayer? You've killed me, brother! Rest in peace, monster. Assassin! What have you done? Come to me, Jonathan. Kiss me again, sweet brother. Come to me, Jonathan. Rest in peace, monster. I'll make you kneel like a dog, just as you did to Sean Hampton! What have you done? Kiss me again, sweet brother.
Help me, please!
Assassin! You've killed me, brother! Kinslayer! You've burned away Nurse Crane's mind! You're a monster! Kiss me again, sweet brother. Give me your blood, priest. Their final thoughts are just to die for. You've killed me, brother! Come to me, Jonathan. Kinslayer! What have you done? Abomination! Come to me, Jonathan.
As I feared, Samuel no longer preaches the good word.
Watch yourselves! There's one of them! Over there! There's
It's locked.
Best for your phone. Step away! Are you dead? We have to stop it!
It's locked, all right.
Over there! It's on to
It's locked. It's locked, all right.
I'm quite busy.
Thank you for your time.
Still more coming. How can we be sure we're making a difference?
Good evening.
And good evening to you.
I located the shop, but it was vandalized, and the owner is missing. All I found was your order.
I was afraid of such bad news. People are so desperate they're ready to burgle a shop for drugs.
That's quite a list you ordered. Opium, sodium hypochlorite. It can't be just headache.
This dreadful influenza, of course. I already ran some tests on hopeless cases. Without success, I must admit.
Do you realize you could create a lethal poison without the correct dosage?
Is this not true of any medical substance, Dr. Reed? However, if...
As long as you promise to be scrupulous with your experiments, I may try to gather these substances, and even help improve upon them.
That's all I'm asking for,
I want to know about these secret tests you run, and if they can save people from this epidemic. Speak to me now, Thoreau.
I know I may sound presumptuous, but I'm just following your steps, Dr. Reed. I'm casting away the shadows of ignorance by daring to face them.
Self-confidence is essential in our line of work, my young colleague, but only if tempered with the correct amount of cynicism.
But you never doubt yourself, Dr. Reed. I've read all your articles and books. You performed the most daring research during the war.
Don't you think we have enough work already? Perhaps now is not the best time to be chasing shadows.
Chasing shadows, really? It's funny those words coming from the only doctor here who has spent more time outside this hospital than in.
Do you need my medical...
I would have been confused if anyone other...
I will see... Goodbye, Dr. Strickland. I can't let Strickland put his patients at risk with opium. Perhaps an adjusted formula will deliver more of a placebo effect.
I will not let
This
you down,
hospital
my
seems to
Good
be
evening.
falling
I'm
apart.
okay.
Do you need any help?
I'm afraid I may, sir.
You
And you have my gratitude.
I have to go now, sir.
Good evening, sir.
This-
Doctor.
Good evening, Doctor.
Do you require...
I have other concerns right now.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
Jonathan, at last. I've been worried sick. Have you solved the case of our poor Sean Hampton?
Don't worry, Edgar. The reputation of Pembroke Hospital is secure. Sean Hampton was not the guilty party.
Is that true? Oh, good news. Good news indeed.
What do you know of the Ascalon Club?
Not as much as I would like. There have always been rumors about a secret society of vampires operating in the interests of the British Empire, though I've never met a member.
I crossed paths with one. A terrifying creature going by the name of Fergal. He was...
By the stole, Jonathan. If vampires are eliminating their own progeny, then dark times are upon us. Darker than I've ever witnessed.
Do you think Lady Ashbury would know of them?
Jonathan, our beloved lady is not one for social dalliances, nor the assemblies of dark orders. She's a woman of superior taste and selective acquaintance.
Does the name Old Bridget ring any bells?
I'd never heard of her. Why? A patient of ours? I must confess, I don't know them all.
No, it's just someone I recently met. A fascinating woman. I had thought that perhaps...
By the stole, Jonathan, you've met another vampire. I would appreciate an introduction, if that's the case.
I found Harriet Jones. She's much the same old, embittered woman she was, only she's been made a skull. Her transformation did not go well.
Incredible. Well, why not bring her here? We could learn so much by studying her condition. It would be fascinating.
I doubt that. She can barely move. Perhaps we could learn more about the degeneration of skulls.
Perhaps. But she could also belong to a new species. We know so little of the laws that dictate vampire reproduction.
Were there any studies made by your order on the subject?
Not that I'm aware of. I will transmit your discovery to the Brotherhood's primate. He will be delighted.
A pleasure as all.
It is good to see you again, Jonathan. How are you?
I'm better than one might expect, Lady Ashbury. Dr. Swansea has asked me to investigate the recent disturbances in the hospital, caused by skulls.
Really?
There is something ominous closing around me, Lady Ashbury. Something spies upon me from the shadows. Something cruel and wicked.
Whatever do you mean, Jonathan?
If Sean Hampton and Harriet were not the guilty parties, then who? I saw the bodies and the blood.
Your rebirth has not gone unnoticed, Jonathan. Be extremely careful. If you get in the way of an immortal's plans...
Do you suspect someone?
I don't know, Jonathan. I steer clear of vampire politics, especially whilst hunters roam the city's streets.
I discovered the most intriguing skull. An elderly woman answering to the name of Old Bridget, and a man who helps them remain hidden in London.
Old Bridget? Peculiar name, I've never heard of her.
According to Old Bridget, skulls can lead a peaceful existence like us. They are even able to nourish themselves by feeding on corpses and the flesh of the dead.
How vile. Please, Jonathan, let's change the subject.
Skulls of London have gone into hiding. Both mortals and immortals plot their extermination.
Yes. Skulls are the orphans of the Vampire Society. They are the shame of their genitors. A disgrace to the vampire that created them.
Goodbye for now.
So lucky to have Dr. Reed, you know.
Another night
I met him in
glorious
New York
battalion of
once.
Pembroke.
If only there were more of us, with less resignation and more
Good evening.
Dr. Reed.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
At least that mistress of the dark has stopped following me.
I'll send you back to the black grave! Stupid beast!
Are you all right?
My name is Xiaoxun. This is the proper way to address someone in my country.
I do apologize, Xiaoxun. Are you all right?
Yes, I am. This is the only place where I can find some kind of serenity. Some way to remember my dear Matthew.
Are you on your own? Do you have any friends or family who you could be with?
I have family and friends, but I need to be here alone. One day maybe I'll go back to them, but not now. I need silence, and I need sadness.
You should not be by yourself. Grief can be a terrible trial, and it's even worse when you're alone.
Thank you for your sincere words, Dr. Reed. I sense you trying to help me, even if I don't quite understand why.
Tell me how your husband died.
Matthew died of the Spanish flu, like so many others. It's a mundane cause of death these days, but for me it meant the end of the world.
At this time, there is so little medical science can do to...
The worst thing is not his death, even if it tears me apart. The worst is not to have seen it coming, to have lost him so quickly, even before...
Did he hide his condition from you?
Matthew was a smiling type, a happy sort.
The Spanish flu may be the worst disease man...
You don't understand. I didn't know he was so sick. I didn't realize...
As harsh as this sounds, we are all equally vulnerable to this awful disease. It can take the strongest man in just a couple of days.
I never said goodbye to Matthew. We never realized how bad it was. We laughed about it even. He always made me laugh. Now I don't have enough tears to shed.
Are you a doctor yourself? Is this why you feel so...
No, I am not. But I still need to blame someone for Matthew's death. And who else, if not his wife, who did not see it?
I'm a physician. One of the best in the country. But I was unable to save my own sister.
Why tell me this? Is it supposed to...
No. But I felt I should share it with you. Since she is buried here too.
May I ask what caused the...
You could say she was also killed by a terrible disease. A disease I have sworn to fight and cure, no matter how long it takes.
Thank you for sharing that with me, Dr. Reed. Maybe it's time we start to rebuild our lives, you and I.
You realize you can't stay here forever, don't you?
Why? Why should I go?
You're right. I believe silence has a curative...
You sound like you're no stranger to the pain I feel. Please accept...
You should go home now.
I think you're right. Cemeteries are for the dead, for they need silence too. Thank you for your honesty and your...
Thank you for your company, Xiaoxun. Take care on...
Maybe I'll see you again in Whitechapel. Goodbye for now.
How do you feel? Physically speaking, I mean.
I'm as well as can be expected, Doctor.
Have you recent news of Nurse Crane and...
I heard that she used to help the refugees.
Goodbye for...
Matthew. The world has gone completely mad.
God help! Please help me!
You left me to rot in this grave! Rest in peace, monster. Abomination! Kill. Revel in your true nature. You've killed me, brother. You burned away Nurse Crane's mind. You're a monster. Come to me, Jonathan. Kinslayer! Kiss me again, sweet brother. I'll make you kneel like a dog, just as you did to Sean Hampton! What have you done? You left me to... rot in this grave! Kinslayer! Rest in peace, monster. Kiss me again.
bloodhound?
You left me to rot in this grave! Kinslayer! What have you done? Abomination! Kiss me again, sweet brother. Assassin! You've burned away Nurse Crane's mind. You're a monster! Jonathan, kill him. Revel in your true nature. You left. Rest in peace, monster. Assassin! Come to me, Jonathan. Kinslayer! Rest in peace, monster. I'll make you kneel like a dog, just as you did to Shot. What have you done? Kiss me again, sweet brother. You left me to rot! What have you... You've killed me, brother! Rest in peace, monster. Burned away Nurse Crane's mind. You're a monster, Kinslayer! Jonathan, kill him. Revel in your true nature. Come to me, Jonathan. Abomination! Kiss me again, Rest in peace, monster. Assassin! Kinslayer! Come to me, Jonathan. I'll make you kneel like a dog, just as you did to Sean Hampton! Kiss me again, sweet brother. What have you done?
Well, brother. It's time to bring this conversation to an end. Forever.
You know I will not play this game.
Calm now, Doctor. Like a rabid dog. Or think you're performing an autopsy?
Don't be ridiculous.
I'll kill them all. The kind Dr. Swansea. The sweet little lass with hair of red. I am the Harbinger, bringing your punishment.
Mary.
Don't you see? This is not me. Flesh that never ages. All nightmare, no dream. Bring it to a close. Let me sleep.
I will find a cure, Mary. I swear it.
Then, at last, I can forgive you.
Blood. As I shed one last red tear for my fallen sister, I realize the entire world now revolves around this singular word. The epidemic that has stricken London is not the Spanish flu. It is transmitted through the blood, via violent biting, turning survivors into frenzied immortals. I am Dr. Jonathan Reed. I am a vampire, born anew into an age of death and pestilence. While plotting factions close in around me, I am sworn to find the source of this epidemic. I am convinced greater perils are still to come. I know the answers I seek are hiding in our blood.
Strickland's project could be dangerous. I have a mind to report him to Dr. Ackroyd. Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening.
Do you need...
I'm fine, really. I just need...
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins. Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening. I knew I should have fled this rotten city with Milton since the first day of the contagion.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doc.
Do you need any...
I'm afraid I do.
Our job brings us into contact with...
That's easy for you to say, Doctor.
I'd like...
Wise choice.
Good evening.
Good evening.
At least that mistress of the dark will stop following me.
Pippa, my princess, flee away while you can, for all is lost.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Such a pleasure to see you again. Please, of course. Good evening, Doctor. Do you need... Well, the proximity of the dead is not the most healthy. Don't take... And that is a good thing.
Goodbye, Mr.
Fix me properly. A month? A year?
Good evening, Doctor.
And good evening to you.
Do you need my... I would have... I have managed to improve the mixture by diluting it. Have you ever heard of Sir Joseph Francis Olive? Or the placebo effect?
No, I don't think so. Why?
A placebo is a substance or procedure that has no actual physical effect.
You made a placebo of my project. Why?
Research has established that a placebo, as long as the subject believes in the effect, can provoke a positive physiological reaction.
Really? That's fascinating. And you want me to, what, administer the placebo and see what occurs?
Something like that, yes.
Well, I'm a bit surprised, but I trust you, Dr. Reed. Please take the key to my cabinet and put this placebo there for future use.
Do you need my... would have been... I will see you later. Goodbye, Dr. Strick.
Don't waste your time.
Good evening.
Good evening, Doc.
Is there any...
Really? Why is no one else...
Goodbye for now, Mr.
Nice, sweet girl. Reads me like a book. We never could keep anything from her.
Good evening.
Do you require...
Do you know you're the only one who's asked me that...
Despite...
Well, at least...
Do you require medical...
I have a...
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
Always needed words to calm the children, Helen. As for me, what a blundering idiot. You have some of the most brilliant minds in life.
I'm quite...
Do you need my assistance?
Don't be ridiculous.
Then you are...
I wish this hospital could have received as much attention from you, Doc.
Do you think Dr. Strickland has any chance of...
His wish to cure the sick is not driven by pride, but by an idealistic view about our mission here. Honestly, I don't know what...
You consider him a good practitioner, yet you will not...
Strickland may be a rival, but I will not use dirty tricks or regulations to prove him wrong. We are doctors, not politicians.
Thank you for your... Good evening, nurse.
Good evening.
Do you require...
I will be fine. As
Nurse, you won't be able to help people if you're sick.
I'll try.
Do you require medical...
Thank you.
Do you require...
Thank you.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you...
If only I were young again. Just a dozen years or so.
Jonathan, old chap, how are you tonight? I've seen little of you of late.
I was conducting research in my room. Away from the night.
Of course, of course. Worry not, I understand. The
What news do you...
The news is not good, my friend. We tried.
How bad is the epidemic?
It is killing the infected patients faster. In less than 2 days now. The only blessing is that they're contagious for a shorter period.
Tell me more about the violence.
Geoffrey McCallum seems to have sent his war dogs on a hunt. On a nightly basis, Prewen patrols exterminate every skull and vampire they find.
Have they come closer to the hospital?
No. They mainly focus on fallen districts or abandoned buildings. But they're growing in numbers. They must be recruiting heavily.
I have received an alarming letter from Lady Ashbury. She wants me to meet her at her house. I have been granted safe passage.
Then you are twice fortunate. I have never been invited to the lady's mansion. And with the quarantine and controls, city access is nigh impossible.
Is the quarantine serving any purpose?
It is helping slow the propagation of the epidemic. But as long as we have no clue to its origin, its efficiency is limited.
Why have you never entered the lady's house? You are one of her good friends, are you not?
My dear Jonathan, you have no idea how reclusive the good lady normally is. Nor in what great esteem she must hold you to let you...
Have you any reliable friends in the West End who...
Unfortunately, you will be alone. Except for our ravishing red-headed acquaintance, of course.
What about the Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole? Where are they?
There are only a few of us, and most others would not speak to you. I am the black sheep of our brotherly flock, you know.
What of my commission here at Pembroke?
Nothing to fear, Jonathan. Your position here is in no jeopardy. You remain one of us, and you are always most...
Thank you. It's locked. At least Strickland can't kill anyone with this formula. It's locked, all right. It's locked, all right. It's locked.
I'm quite busy right now.
Thank you for your time.
Prove what we are capable of. It is now or never.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening.
According to the report I read, your unprofessional conduct put a patient in danger, Gwyneth. I don't see what your gender has to do with your abilities, Nurse.
Yes, nurse. Because I'll never be a doctor, no matter what my skills. I could make a decision that could save a life, but oh no, that's unbecoming conduct.
Have you heard of Elizabeth Blackwell? She was the first woman listed on the UK Medical Register. Change is slow, but it will come. And you will always have my support.
To have the right to study shouldn't be determined by sex, skin, or wealth. That's all I'm saying.
Goodbye, Nurse. It's locked, all right. It's locked. It's locked, all right.
Lively! He's on to us! No! Snuff it, leech!
I'll kill you! Kill it all you deserve!
I cannot enter. Good evening.
Change your...
Do you need any assistance?
It depends on...
I am shocked.
Forgive my suspicion.
How are the conditions?
When I think about all the people who died trying to reach England, it seems we escaped a war just to die on foreign shores, hated by all.
Do you need any assistance?
Your money.
Goodbye, miss.
You again?
How is the sanity?
I'm not easily scared, but crazy killers and armed patrols are lurking about.
Can I offer you my...
Keep your medicines for...
There is a thin line between...
All right.
How is the sanity?
I'm not easily scared, but crazy killers and armed patrols are lurking about. My son's right about this place.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
Don't be afraid.
Fancy
You never... How are the current...
When there's more people outside at night than during the day, then you've got to start to worry.
Do you need help?
To be honest,
I don't quite agree, but I won't argue with you. Please, take this. You'll feel better.
really? Free? Don't take it personally, but charity usually comes at a price.
Goodbye for now. Good evening, Harry. May I come in?
Sure. Is there only pain and suffering in this?
So,
I'm not bothered.
do you need any
Yes, I do.
I will Goodbye, young man.
Even my dreams are soaked with gloom.
Afraid?
Good evening, Harry.
Sure. Even my dreams are soaked with gloom.
So,
I'm not bothered.
have you any recent news of...
Nobody dares to enter the dispensary now. Rumours say...
Do you need any...
Yes, I do.
You'll feel...
I'm not sure I'm happy.
Your father...
I was young.
Goodbye, young man.
Even my dreams are soaked with gloom.
I should never have taken up my father's business.
Good evening.
If you're here for...
I'm not here for a bounty. I'm...
A doctor? In Whitechapel? What an opportunity.
Do you require...
Not me, but your skills could help a lot of people round here. That would help my business, because I say, alive tenants.
It's unusual to see someone so happy.
Why should I be sad now? There've always been wars, disease...
That's an unusual way of seeing things.
I don't see why I should shed a tear for another man's woes. I'm healthy, and I intend to stay so.
What is your business, Sigmund?
I offer fair lodgings for a modest price to the poor and weary of Whitechapel.
I see. And what about those who...
Well, deals can be done, if you know what I mean.
I don't approve of your actions, but I know very little about this borough, other than its reputation. There are always necessary...
A necessary evil.
Since I took an oath...
Well, seen better days, that's for sure. But it was bound to happen with all these refugees about.
Infecting you is probably the last thing on these people's minds. Take this, in any case.
What? You give me this for free? Don't have a clue about this place, do you?
What help could I possibly be to your business?
That's simple. I already get good money from all those fleeing the war. Can you imagine what they'd be willing to pay if I could offer medical assistance too?
Mr. Bates, do not make me regret saving your life in this quarantine zone.
I understand, Dr. Reed, you're from a good family. Don't want to get your hands dirty. That's fine. I'll be happy to act as your middleman.
I've no interest in money. Perhaps one night I will visit you and take what I require. If that should happen, there will be no need for a middleman.
So it's a no then. That's too bad. The Reed tonic could have really helped people, you know, saved lives. Isn't that what you do? I mean, people buy that Swamborough shit.
Tell me, what's your honest opinion of the increasing violence in...
People are just beginning to discover what we've always known. This city's rotten to the core. They just took their bloody time to wake up and notice it.
What do you mean?
People are acting like the violence is news. But it's always been savage down here. It just bubbles to the surface every now and again.
Have you heard anything about
Not really.
Why am I not convinced?
Maybe it's because you lack faith. Being a skeptic must be useful for a man of science.
A man such as yourself, knee-deep in the muck of Whitechapel
Heard it closed after the owners died. Refugees don't want to come to Whitechapel no more. Scared, I hear. As long as she was there at the dispensary, it attracted more immigrants and kept my place full. Such a shame.
How are...
The way this sickness is spreading, I don't think there'll be enough new bloods to replace those tenants I'm losing from this bloody thing.
I want to know everything about the recent...
Well, rent may be a bit high, and yeah, I've had to evict a few people. But that's business.
I don't believe even you deserve such a cruel fate, though you have tested my patience beyond its limits.
Glad to hear. Nice to know there's another civilized individual in these parts. Not like those
You seem to have recovered well since your attack.
Not much. It was a fucking nightmare. Savages.
You'd better not come back here. I won't be around next time.
Was I that evil to deserve such punishment? My only regret is that no one will mourn me, for I have never been loved.
It's locked, all right.
Good evening.
How is the...
When people buy guns instead of medication, it means they have already traded hope.
How...
When people...
I'd like to see what kind of...
Good evening.
You look ill.
I have no doubt it will.
Well, there you have it.
Thank you.
Good evening, Benj.
I'm afraid not.
I have found a very interesting letter. Your son planned to prove his worth to the gang by stealing your med...
Oh, I see. So the little bugger thought he could use his dad to build a reputation.
The gang's recruiter was dead when I found him. Perhaps you should take better care of your son. How are conditions?
I hear gunshots every night. It's just like the war in the trenches, Doctor. I can't stand it.
You don't seem well.
I always feel ill, sir. It's like I'm never right.
I will see you later. A gun?
Its effectiveness has been proven by many. Even the flu is no match for the Swanborough cordial.
Are you all right?
The bastard hit the wall next to me. I don't even know if he meant to miss.
If you've been hurt, I can help you. I'm a doctor.
Name's Albert. Remember it. Now bugger...
What happened? Did you really...
Hey! I didn't do anything, it ain't me!
Medication and drugs are a rare commodity in East London, so you picked an easy target.
Sod off, mister. You ain't got no clue what's going on here. Bastard was a soldier in the war, so now he's got the right to shoot me.
It's true. I'm not familiar with this part of town. Perhaps you...
I said sod off. Go find yourself another...
Have conditions.
I'm ready for whatever...
Do you need assistance?
Please.
There you go. Let's hope no...
Very funny.
Goodbye, young man. Good evening.
I'm afraid...
What is it, Benjamin? It was the war, wasn't it? Your nerves are shot, aren't they? I need some answers, Private. From one soldier...
The doctors called me a liar. A coward. Put me in a straitjacket, locked me up. Finally, they sent me back to the front lines with a handful of tablets.
It's a pity that doctors still practice.
Now only the pills stop me thinking about this shit. Tonight...
Whatever the... You don't seem well.
I always feel ill.
I will see you later. A gun, alcohol... Good evening.
It's far.
Tell me the reason why you despise Joseph Larrabee so much, Tobias.
A faithless shepherd is the worst criminal, for he leads his flock to the abyss by disregarding the right path. God smote this man, for he doubted.
I only met him briefly, but he seemed a dedicated man who tried to provide guidance.
Do you not believe in punishment, my son? I am not talking about the law of men. I am talking about judgment from heaven.
I believe in the logical and factual
Armageddon is upon us, Dr. Reed. The final battle where every soul will be weighed. I'm afraid yours will burn for a long...
Don't you...
Faith!
No doubt.
Lest...
How is the sanitary...
Don't you hear the trumpets?
What do you mean?
Or
quite a job.
You...
What do you mean?
Or
quite a...
You...
I have heard enough that...
You look so pale, my lord. Would you like me to...
Good evening.
How are...
I always thought it was my role to reveal what really happened.
And you're not sure?
Emptied coffins. Cannibalism. Walking dead. I'm trying to report the truth about what's going on, but no one believed.
Do you need assistance?
That would be nice of you, Doctor. Who knows what I may have caught during my investigation.
If you...
Thank you, sir.
Do you need assistance?
Save your...
Goodbye, Miss... Hello again. You don't seem to need... Tell me... Camellia, a stubborn and mute comrade. Nurse Crane and Darius... Very well. Good evening.
And good evening to you too.
How is the sanitary?
I imagine we are all part of some nightmare without beginning nor ending. If only the dreamer could awake.
Do you need...
It may...
I understand.
The nutrition...
How is the sanitary?
I imagine...
I'll leave you...
some trickery.
Sort it out, right? It's not my call, Baron. You paid one way or another. Please, Joe. How long have we known each other? We even used to be neighbours, for Christ's sake. I prefer not to give you another beating, Baron.
Good evening, Mr.
I could ask you the exact same question, Mr. Doctor.
I heard what happened to Nurse Crane. How do you feel, Mr. Petrescu? Maybe you should consider the bigger picture. We may not have the same approach, but my priority is the safety of London's citizens.
So you put an end to the operation?
You seem to have a lot on your chest, sir.
I heard you are a famous surgeon. Tell me, what did you do to Dorothea? She was so bright, so clever. Then you...
I didn't use drugs or medical trickery, Mr. Petrescu. All I did was talk to Nurse Crane. I promise you.
But what happened to her then? After you left?
Tell me everything you know about Camellia, the mute florist.
I do not believe in the afterlife, Doctor, but I'm almost convinced.
Who is she?
She's...
You say she...
Well...
Are you not what?
She...
Are you in...
Don't be...
Tell me
I do not...
How do you feel?
I would not even accept fresh water from you, Doc.
Yes, you do. Please, take this.
I said I don't want anything. But I...
How is...
Terrible, to say the least. Maybe...
There isn't just one...
You're what?
That's quite a...
Stop pretending, Mr. Doctor.
Goodbye, Mr. Good evening.
Sure.
What do you plan to do now that Nurse...
I'm not sure. Strange men came to see me after Dorothea's death, with strange weapons and very odd...
What kind?
Stories all Romanian children know.
You believe them? Aren't you too old to hold a weapon or...
Yes, I am old and alone and will die soon, but if these stories are true, maybe I have found myself another...
Are you living on the streets, Mr.
And why not? Those who believe they'll be safe behind walls.
What about your house?
My house is always open to any poor soul needing a roof.
Why are you so...
I remember the night you came here and convinced me to open my door to you, sir. I'd like to punch you right on your chops.
Tell me
I do not... Who will assist Dorothea helping our comrades now that I die?
Effectiveness has been proven by many. Even the flu is no match for the Swanderer cordial.
I cannot enter.
Its effectiveness has been proven by many. Even the fluid is no match for the Swanborough cordial.
I won't end up another drunk arsehole littering the streets. Not me. Come on, boy.
Good evening, Xiao.
晚上好.
Do you still think about you?
Of course I do. I'll never forget my...
I know what you mean. And I think it means you're getting better.
Maybe death will take me the way it took Matthew. Without warning and without mercy. But until then,
How do you feel now that you're back in?
I've decided to follow your advice, sir. I won't forget the dead, but my efforts will be for the living.
Do be careful. These streets...
That's true. And maybe it's the best reason to help people around here.
What are you doing with your time now that...
I've decided to help the poor and sick of the neighborhood by handing out medicine.
That's very charitable of you. But why do it...
I've noticed that the most desperate people tend to go out after dark.
Giving out medicine?
I am a rich widow, Dr. Reed. My departed husband left me enough money to last the rest of my life. I can spend some on those who don't have any.
Giving out...
I am a rich...
Why don't you move?
I thought about it, I confess. To go back to the same empty home every day still hurts me a lot.
Why stay here, then?
I am a woman of habit, Dr. Reed. And for now, I am happier being useful in a familiar place than I would be...
How is this...
My only relief is that my Matthew died before seeing the madness that approaches. I'm afraid we won't survive.
How do you feel?
I don't feel good.
You should recover quick.
Thank you. Why convince me to live if it was to kill me later? If it was a game, consider it a success, you cruel demon.
It's locked, all right. This is despicable. I have this thirst for blood. The flower's dying. It needs water.
Waste your time with me.
Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reed. Can I be of any help?
Do you need my...
I would have been confused if any...
There is no shame in helping.
Many doctors I have known are too cynical to think that way.
Goodbye, Doc. It's locked, all right.
And lost.
Good evening. Please show me what...
Of course. Never ceases to amaze me how you, the dead, seem peaceful and...
Easy does it, boys. We can deal with this first. I hate leeches! Want some of that?
You must prepare, child, for the earth is bleeding and the harvest is upon us.
Stay away! Whoever you are!
This is no time for petty quarrels, my champion. Can you not hear? The famished queen has awoken.
I am...
But of course you are, son. As surely as you are the blood of my blood.
I had to kill Mary.
I have known your pain, child.
Silence!
The land calls for a champion. All and everyone needs you.
Silence!
I'm tired of all these puppet shows.
They want war. I'll show them war.
Whatever this poor woman did, nobody deserves this kind of punishment. So this is where she lives. What a splendid house.
Dr. Reed, welcome. How are you?
As good as one can be, considering the circumstances.
Yes. Death and affliction seem prevailing themes of late. Please, come in. We have much to discuss.
I hope I haven't disturbed you.
Not at all. Actually, I was counting on you visiting me tonight.
How strange, this painting. Beautiful, melancholic, yet with a haunting dignity.
Indeed. A long time ago, a friend asked me to paint this for him. But I kept it in the end.
I did not know you were a painter, my lady.
There are many things you do not know about me, young Ekon.
Please.
Please excuse my behavior, Jonathan. I tend to tease my friends when uneasy.
What is bothering you, my lady? Your letter was quite alarming.
We will talk about this in a few minutes. For now, I would like you to tell me about yourself. How have you been since we last met, my friend?
My sister Mary. She was made a vampire in the same way I was. She was the one killing all those people everywhere I went.
Vengeance is a powerful force for those betrayed. Made vampire through careless error. Victims by surprise.
In the end, she implored me to put an end to her misery. But still, I felt I had taken her life.
I am so sorry for my accidental cruelty. Had I known your dear Mary was still alive, I would never have sent you to pray for her soul in that church.
There is no need to apologize, my lady. Your words have been most helpful in these difficult times.
Thank you, my friend. If only we could have guided your poor sister through her terrible nightmare.
I swear I did not intend that. If only I had known then how vampires are created.
That is the scientist speaking. In truth, most of us do not know how it really works. Personally, I make sure my prey will not return to haunt me.
What do you mean?
I am merciless, Jonathan. I only feed on the dying, and I make sure they are dead before leaving their remains.
I came to the conclusion that my maker, whoever he might be, must be a powerful vampire. Certainly extremely old.
How have you reached this conclusion?
He is the only immortal I've seen appear in an ethereal form. His voice, his words seemed ancient. It was disturbing.
I am afraid you are right. The simple fact that your blood made Mary such a strong Ekon proves that you must be of ancient lineage.
I felt this power, radiating like an aura every time he appeared.
Most ancestral vampires of England were killed by the Guard of Priwen half a century ago. I wonder who your maker could be.
You have no idea who he could be?
Some of the ancient ones fled England. Some may still be in hiding. All I know is you, my friend, are a pawn in some secret and obscure game of chess.
I think I should ask the questions, your ladyship. After all, it was you who invited me to settle this most urgent of matters.
Fair enough, Jonathan. The situation is critical. We do not have the luxury for etiquette.
Please do not misunderstand me. I would be delighted to discuss mundane matters and idle trivialities.
If we survive the dark nights to come, We shall have all the time in the world to speak, you and I. For now, please follow me, Jonathan.
I must say, your house is exquisite.
One of the advantages of living forever is having the time to be selective with one's furnishings. I took the liberty of having tea served.
You can still drink tea.
Can't keep it down, but I do so enjoy the aroma. Let us toast to make-believe. And of course, to your health, Jonathan.
And to yours, my lady.
Please, call me Elizabeth.
So, my lady, why, truly, did you invite me here?
I've been asked to deliver an official invitation to meet the Ascalon Club.
Who are they? Really?
They are the embodiment of vampire law in Britain. Some say they influence the destiny of the Empire. Some believe they merely protect it.
How many are they?
Only a small number of powerful and deceitful immortals. All of them entangled in a sticky web of shadow cabinets, influencing trade.
Will they fight the guard of Priwen?
I doubt it. Fergal was Lord Redgrave's executioner forever and a day. By defeating that beast, you deprived them of a powerful weapon.
Why use you to contact me?
Because they know we are close. The Ascalon Club has...
Have they threatened you in any way?
Not at all. Their message surprised me at first. But it is only logical, considering the critical situation in London.
Why not ask for your help? Since you are obviously a powerful and influential immortal yourself.
You have to understand that I am invisible to the eyes of Ascalon, for I am a woman. That suits me well, as long as they leave me alone.
Should I trust them?
Of course not. Do not misunderstand me. They can be very useful, but I believe their long-term goals differ from yours.
Why meet them then?
Because nothing truly important can be achieved in this city without their consent. They could be powerful allies in this current situation.
Should I lie to them?
We all lie, Jonathan. It falls to you to choose your behavior. The most important rule is to show them due respect.
They have done nothing but impede my investigations since I became known to them. Why would they want to see me now?
I guess they now see you as Ascalon material. They must have found out what happened to your sister. Proof of the potent blood flowing through your veins.
I'm not sure I can accept their invitation. I have seen their handiwork. How Fergal the Beast imposed the club's law.
You have no choice, Jonathan. Even I would not openly defy Lord Redgrave, the chairman of the Ascalon Club.
What can you tell me about Lord...
Lord Redgrave is the founder and chairman of the Ascalon Club. Most mortals know him as the Earl of Bristol. He is rich and extremely influential.
Have you met him?
Only on rare occasions, for he never goes outside the club. And women...
How old is he?
Lord Redgrave claims to be the progeny of William Marshall, the most valiant knight who ever lived. If that is true, he could be very...
How powerful is...
The Ascalon Club may be the most influential secret society in England. Not all its members are immortals, but they are all very...
They are not all immortal?
The club is mainly comprised of political figures who seek the safety and expansion of the Empire. The most loyal are awarded immortality.
Any familiar or famous names?
As the richest, most relentless British tycoon, Aloysius Dawson is considered ideal Ascalon material and has been watched for years.
If you are convinced I must meet him, I will heed your advice.
Thank you, Jonathan. I understand your reluctance to brush shoulders with London's vampire elite. But we have no
Is the situation that critical?
Yes. The Guard of Prewen has called for a second great hunt of our kind. And they will stop at nothing to eliminate us.
Will the Guard of Prewen and the Ascalon Club fight each other?
I doubt it. If Prewen really launched a great hunt, I think most of the Ekons I know would flee the country to escape the bloodbath.
I think I saw them kill an Ekon on the way to your house. They seem to have a list with names.
To launch another great hunt, they must have collected intelligence.
Should we fight back? I will not be hunted down like an animal again.
I admire your courage, Jonathan. But the best way to fight them is to put an end to the epidemic. This is the...
What is a great hunt?
The first great hunt was launched about 75 years ago. In just a few nights, the Guard of Prewen located and destroyed...
Why start a second one?
Prewen has always seen us immortals as a threat to mankind. My guess is they suspect one or more of us is the...
How did you survive the first hunt?
I fled, Jonathan. Like most vampires who survived that slaughter. And I secretly came back when I was sure they had lost...
You should flee then. Leave London, the country even. I have seen the Guard in action. They are merciless.
Your concern warms my heart, Jonathan. But fear not. If the situation gets too dangerous, I shall retreat to my secret Scottish manor. I could hide you in my luggage, if you wish.
Thank you for the offer. I shall keep it in mind, but I have much to do here. There is a question I must ask you. Could Lord Redgrave be my maker?
I doubt it. If Lord Redgrave had made you his progeny, he would not have seemed so surprised when you demonstrated the strength of your lineage.
What is the plan?
The plan is we both try to save this city, you and I. Go to Ascalon, accept their proposition, and use their influence to promote your agenda.
How can I...
The epidemic is the priority. You must find its origin.
What will you do?
I still have contacts and old friends in this town. I shall make some inquiries and attempt to learn more of the situation. We need clarity.
Will I ever discover the identity of my maker?
Maybe not, Jonathan. We know for sure you were made by a powerful vampire, but most of those fled England long ago.
Please forgive my bluntness, but I have to ask.
Oh, Jonathan. I know you shall always have a gnawing doubt about who made you an immortal. But I swear, I hadn't...
You have no idea at all? You seem to know so many...
Even if I had my suspicions, I would not dare give you a name.
One day soon...
And I shall help you in your research, I promise. For now, you must go to the Ascalon Club and play their game.
Will I see you again at the Pembroke Hospital?
No.
Will you not visit Pembroke?
No. I must remain discreet and avoid attracting attention.
But how will you sustain yourself?
I shall not, Jonathan. Fear not.
When will we meet again?
As soon as you meet Lord Redgrave, I suppose. Fear not, my dear. I shall only be a heart's beat away.
I want to thank you for all your support.
Could you do me a last great favor? And call me...
I should be honored, my...
Then it is settled. Finally, some good news.
Thank you. I appreciate the advice. I had best prepare myself to meet this Lord Redgrave now.
How thrilling to meet the Earl of Bristol in the flesh, so to speak.
Something tells me you're not very keen on the man.
Don't get me wrong. The gentlemen of the Ascalon Club are honorable, but their attitude and opinions are somewhat antiquated.
I see.
As long as they deny access to female applicants, I will leave them to their antediluvian considerations as to the natural order of things. Jonathan, promise me you'll be careful.
Of course. But why the fear in your voice?
Look at me, Jonathan.
I am.
I mean, really look at me, young Ekon. We may be deceptive by nature, but this heart of mine has always told the truth.
Oh. Elizabeth.
Go, my friend. But come back to me soon.